Suggestions was made to reinstall the ignition cover and then tape the Bendix engaged to where it stayed engaged so that the springs couldn't return it. So that's what I'm going to do. My theory is that this is too close to the ring gear so that it's never fully going down. That's my guess. So what I'm going to do is measure this at the top here, how far down it goes inside this well here, inside its housing, and then take it out, tape it open, install this, and then drop it down inside and see if it fully engages. And see if this fully extended actually goes down past the ring gear. And if it does, then my theory is wrong. But if it doesn't, maybe my theory is right. Let's find out. Okay, so it looks like I don't have to make a measurement. This looks fairly flush. Of course, the Bendix, or the pinion's not engaged, it's not spun down, so there's nothing restricting it, and it's fairly flush with the top of this. So let me go install this. We'll tape this open here, this Bendix. We'll open it like this, we'll duct tape it so it stays open. We'll drop it down inside and see if it drops down all the way to where this is flush with that. Okay, so we tape the Bendix open, and so you can actually see that little spring inside there. I don't know if it'll come in the camera or not. That little spring inside there that goes around, and a lot of guys are stretching this apparently to facilitate more easy engagement or more easy extension of these pinion teeth. And supposedly that's one of the fixes for a lot of the problems for a lot of these starters, is just stretching that spring some, not overstretching, but stretching it enough so that those little pieces inside there, I don't forget what they're called, can be driven out by centrifugal force. If the spring's too tight, they can't drive out, and then this can't engage or extend consistently. So that's one of the problems. Of course, my theory is that these teeth are coming down and hitting the top of the ring gear so far in that they're not engaging at all. They're not able to engage, they're hitting the ring gear. So I think what it needs is it needs to be further out here so that it'll engage the ring gear teeth. So let's see if my theory is true. If it's true, if my theory is right, this won't seat all the way. So if I'm wrong, this will seat all the way, and then what that means is it probably is just the spring issue. So let's see. And so you can see down there, see the ring gear teeth. That's coming out in the camera. And we'll drop this down inside. There are some washers on here, so be careful that you don't lose them. And there's washers on the top here too. Okay. Well, it seated flush, so my theory is wrong that it's not hitting the ring gear too deeply. And then I think it was Neil said to check the play here. So now we're just seeing how much play there is between the pinion teeth and then the ring gear teeth. How much play there is between them like this. So the further away the pinion is from the ring gear teeth, there will be more play. The closer they are, there'll be less play. Okay, so I don't know if that's more play or less play. That's given consistent engagement. I could pull one of these gaskets out. I have two gaskets here. I could pull one of them out, which would push the cover closer, which in effect would drive the pinion teeth closer to the ring gear teeth and increase the engagement. Okay, so what this means is that my theory was wrong, where I thought that the pinion was way too close to the ring gear, where the ring gear was so close that the pinion couldn't drive down, and that's why these teeth were chipped off right here. Well, I don't think that's the case now, because obviously this drops in. The ring gear teeth engage the pinion teeth perfectly, because this comes flush with this, and so what that means is this isn't driving down consistently. And most likely the cause is this little spring inside here, which the guys on the GasGas forum talk about. This is the most common fix, and fixes their starter problems. So apparently the spring right here is a little tight, and whether it's the spring is too tight or there's too much grease on the little pieces that the spring holds in, I guess it could be either one. But effectively what's happening is this spring inside here, it's circular spring, wraps around like that. It holds pieces, these little metal pieces in like this. So when you hit the starter button and this spins real fast, by centrifugal force those pieces try to push out. And when they push out, they engage this lower part and drive the pinion down, and the Bendix then can engage the pinion teeth and can engage the ring gear teeth and start the motor. Now, if the spring is too tight, those pieces can't fly out consistently or go out far enough to engage this lower part so that it drives it down. And so if that's the case, or maybe it's driving it down weakly or not consistently, or only halfway, then these teeth are hitting the edge of the ring gear teeth and just chipping off. And I think that's what's happened now that we've proven that it engages fine. Okay, so the ring gear depth, we can actually tell what the ring gear depth is. It's pretty good right here, although the ring gear is probably worn down some. So you can make adjustments by changing the gasket size right here, right? So I have two gaskets here. If I was to pull one of these gaskets off, that would push this whole assembly inboard, which would push the pinion teeth further in and would engage the ring gear teeth better, so that when we drop it in here, it might take some of that play out right there. Okay, I'm not interested in getting all the play out. I don't know how much is enough play or too much play. I might play with it, just take one of these gaskets out and then see how it does. But really, I'm going to replace this when this comes in the mail next week. So I'll probably just wait for the new one and then start trying to set the contact pattern to make sure that it's engaging enough but not so much that it's binding, if that makes sense. Okay, so the replacement part for this is a GasGas part. I've read that it's about $200 something, and you can get a whole new Bendix just like this from GasGas. And so I guess that's what some people are doing. There's a guy on the forum, I think his username is BobT250. It's either Rob or Bob. I think it's Bob though. And so Bob, basically, I gotta go all the credit to him. I wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for him. So thanks to you and to everybody on the forum that's posted on your fixes for this. He found that there's a couple different Bendixes that are very similar to this one, and so he ordered them and messed around with them and found that the Honda CH80 Bendix fits this. And there's a part number for it. I think it's SMU something. I can't remember what it is. I'll put it in the video here. In any event, if you search that part number, it only brings up a couple hits, and they're like $50. So I searched Honda CH80 Bendix, and I had a bunch more hits come up on eBay and Amazon. And so I ordered one off eBay. It was $22 shipped with free shipping. $22 free shipping, and so it'll be here next week. So what I'll do is I'll take these parts off, keep the GasGas gear here and the GasGas shaft, just like they suggested, and we'll put the Honda parts on and then put it back together and test it and see if it works. And supposedly that solves a lot of the issues. Stretching the spring solves a lot of the issues, and I would go ahead and do that, I think, on this. But these teeth are so jacked, I don't think I'm going to waste my time. I'm just going to go ahead and wait till next week and replace them.